in. Today I am going to give you a tour of all the areas in our house that we have decorated for the holidays. This is one of my favorite seasons of the year and I go all out. Over these next couple of weeks, I will break down different sections. We'll talk a little bit more about the mantle in detail. We'll talk about the tiered trays. I will show you how I decorated our big tree, which I'm gonna give you a sneak peek here of in just a minute. But this video, I'm just going to give you a tour of all the spaces and then we'll get into the nitty-gritty of how to in the upcoming videos. So right now, I'm just gonna walk you through and just let you enjoy the holiday season in our home. We'll start here with this tree. I actually made this for my son and his girlfriend. It is their first very own Christmas tree. We went with a rustic vibe and I will break all of this down for you in a separate video that will be coming soon, but I do love the way it turned out. We're not quite finished just yet, but for the most part, this tree is one of my absolute favorites. But I'll go into more detail a little bit later on this one. Stay tuned for that video, it's coming up. I love how this area turned out as well. It is just a cozy little moment tucked back here in this corner. I am a huge fan of like the YouTube ambiance channels and this is one of them. I love it. It's just cozy. I love the sounds of the crackling fireplace. Sometimes we listen to jazz. Most of the time though, I will be honest, we've got Hallmark going on or Christmas movies, something with the holiday spirit, holiday seasonal vibes. But for now, we are listening to crackling fire and it is wonderful. And then I've got a tree over here, just a simple little tree that I got at Target for $5. Love, super cute. A little sign that I got there from Hobby Lobby. Almost everything that you guys see here is either from Kirkland Homes, Hobby Lobby, Home Goods, or Michael's. That is pretty much all the places that I shop. Now, this mantle, love, love, love. I am very much like all the things, right? This is so busy. However, I am gonna have a video coming up here in the next week and this might change a little bit because I had two visions for what I wanted this to look like and I'm debating on switching this up and also doing the other one. So in the next video, the mantle video, I break this down, but I might switch it up a little bit on you guys as well and give you just a second scene for on the fireplace. But I absolutely love it. There are literally a bazillion lights, a bazillion lights. And then over here, we just have the simplicity of, so these are trees that I got at Magnolia Market a couple of years ago. And we got them at like 75% off because we went right after Christmas. And I'm telling you guys, it is such a good idea to do some of your Christmas shopping for decor, especially at the end of a season for the next year. Just a little bit of planning ahead and you'll save a ton of money. So, like I said, I'm probably gonna switch this up a little bit, and that's why I haven't actually secured this, because I think I'm going to change it a little. But I do love it. And I got this chalkboard at Hobby Lobby. This is on top of the fireplace, and I usually will put a lot of like these evergreen picks and cranberries and things all right here. But this year, I just wanted to keep it simple. I kind of felt like this was so busy that having this just be a simple little moment just made more sense to me. This is our piano, and well, obviously, but I usually have the soldiers and the nutcrackers over here. I've moved it over here, and I love it. Very much so. And then this is the hutch that I recently painted, and oh, I love just the contrast between the white and the green right on the black. And it's getting a little bit dark outside, so it's kind of hard to see, but I do absolutely love it. And this was just a little project that I did, and it's just basically I got these at Michael's, and then I hot glue gunned these guys right onto the bottom. And then these are actually clips that I got at the dollar store. This is ribbon from the dollar store. This ribbon, which is like a glittery khaki like brown, this I got at dollar store, this I got at Walmart, and they work perfect. I couldn't decide which one I wanted, so I ended up using them both. But I love these little clips that I got at the dollar store. So good. And you can see that it absolutely pulls in the red from up top. Love how this hutch came out. And if I'm to be super honest with you, when I was doing this hutch or painting this hutch, I was really envisioning what it would look like during Christmas. And oh, here, let me flip the light on. That might help. So here is the top there. Doesn't it look beautiful? I just love it so much. So happy we pulled that trigger. So happy we pulled that trigger. Okay, so next up, we've got our tiered trays, and I just started loving tiered trays a couple of years ago. These are like my favorite things to decorate. And so this is something that I will also go in depth with. And this changes. So over time, like this is what it looks like right now in the original setup. And how cool is that? I got that at Hobby Lobby. So this is something that will likely change a little bit throughout this season. I'll find things, switch things out, just because I think tiered trays are just so much fun. So stay tuned, tiered tray video coming up soon as well. And this is our tree. And I definitely will have a video on decorating this tree. It is just gorgeous and beautiful. And honestly, for me, it's like the kickoff of decorating for the holiday season. It just gives me so much joy and happiness just to come over and look at it. And I love that I have very personal moments on here. We have some traditional ornaments. This is very much a hodgepodge kind of a tree, but in the best way ever. This is another one of my favorite areas. I really just love the way that this came out. And I'll tell you guys that, so this is actually broken. And you can kind of see that I have battery operated tea lights sitting right there on the candles, because the candles themselves are broken and they're like hot glue gunned into the mason jars. So trying to fix these is just not gonna happen. So I went to Walmart and I ended up getting the battery operated tea lights, and I just set them in there, and it actually looks super cool. Love the way that that came out. Also love that I was able to salvage this because I didn't realize it was broken. I got this last year at Home Goods and I didn't realize it was broken until I got it home, and I just didn't want to deal with the lines and taking it back. So this works really, really well. I have had these moose forever. Honestly, I want to say we've had these guys for 25 years, if not more. I had them before we had kids. These were a couple, this was a pair that I got like when Rob and I first started dating and we had our first apartment. We've had these guys for a really, really long time. So they mean a lot to me. They are out every single holiday season, and they're usually first to come out of the bins. This is one of the trees that I got at Magnolia Market. I actually went with my mom when we got these, and she got a couple of them as well. But these are these are sharp little suckers. For sure. And last year we jam packed this with all kinds of things, but this usually is where I sit, and it just made more sense to keep it as simple as I can because things were falling all over the floor, and this just works perfectly, and it's still a beautiful moment on its own. Now, this table setting is probably one of my absolute favorite areas of the house. I love how it came out. It isn't like your traditional setting where all of them are exactly the same. You've got silverware and cups. I wanted to keep it somewhat simple, but also elegant and looking like it is styled. So I got these bowls at Home Goods, and I have one here and one here on the captain's chairs, you can see, and then I just have the regular plates here, and I fell in love with these plates. These were Home Goods find as well, and I was thinking they're not really Christmassy or holiday like, but I loved the colors, and I feel like it just absolutely pulls in the black from the table, the brown from these guys right here. We've got a rustic vibe going on in here, and I think it just works. So, you don't always have to use things that are made specifically for the season. You can always use things that you find that you just love, and it definitely absolutely works. At least I think it does. So yeah, this is definitely one of my favorite areas. Another fun tiered tray here, and again, I will walk through my tiered tray video, kind of my thought process, and it might be a little bit different by the time I film that video. We'll add a little bit to it, maybe change and switch some things out, but this is definitely a working kitchen. I am in here all the time, so it needs to be a place where I can use things as well. These are always here. My bowls are always here. I drink out of the coffee mugs, so I needed to make sure that not only did I want it to be cute, but I wanted to be able to keep the things that I use often still on here, which absolutely works. And if you guys saw my last video that I posted, making these guys, these pumpkin shaped rolls, so much fun, so much fun. But this is just another fun little moment here in the kitchen. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the tour, and stay tuned because we've got lots of holiday videos coming up over these next few weeks. This is truly a season that I love, and I try to go all out and bring as much merriment and happiness and joy into your living rooms or into your phone, wherever you might be watching my videos, because again, I love this time of the year. I just love the cozy vibes and all the things. So if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you've not subscribed to my channel, I would love it if you did. All right, guys, we'll see you in the next video. Bye.